What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Streaming Rainbow. My name is Bastion, and today I will be Bort, our big organic robotic translator, aka the AI that runs our spaceship, the Montero. The Montero is your typical space cargo freighter, a very large ship, most of that ship being taken up by cargo space. Right now, it's carrying the very volatile tritium, a substance that decays into helium-3, a pure power source that's used across the galaxy. And only a few freighters are crazy enough to take on tritium payloads, and even fewer are crazy enough to take on as much tritium as is currently on the Montero. We join our crew currently at the bridge. I'm joined by Courtney and David today. Welcome on in. Do y'all want to give us a quick rundown of your characters that you've just picked up?
Sure. I'll be playing Flair, which is the therapy bot android. Kind of a little bit concerned about their place on the ship, but just rolling with it.
And I will be playing Sansi, who may have a little bit of a substance problem. It's not abuse if I still can do my job. But everybody, I just like to have fun, you know? And I think that Flair will believe anything I tell them.
Perfect. So we kick off our scene.
Oh, sorry. I should have said I'm an engineer.
Everyone on the bridge, the Captain Picard is sort of leisurely handling the navigation. Y'all are in the middle of this basically dead space between the frontier planets, the wild, wild west of the world, and civilization, where everyone actually lives. And you're on your way back to civilization with your tritium payload here, kind of in the middle of nowhere. So there's not actually much piloting to really be done. But as the group of you are kind of shooting the shit, having a good time, the alarm starts blaring, and you see popping up all over the screens are various warnings, hull integrity warnings, hull integrity at 90%. You've got engines functioning at 50% capacity, and you hear over the intercoms the ever-present caring voice of Bort. Attention, Sansei. There seems to be a fire in the engine room. If you could please attend to it when you get the chance.
Yeah. And I run on the way back. I will try to find or grab a some sort of fire suppressant.
Yeah, perfect. There's plenty of like fire extinguishers essentially. Yeah, available on the ship. You make your way on down, and when you get to the engine room, there are multiple engines on the ship. Naturally, there's plenty of redundancy when you're going on this type of mission. But the sort of main engine is completely engulfed in flame right now. And from your engineer's perspective, this little fire extinguisher you're holding is probably not going to cut it.
Oh, fuck. I am going to cut power to the engine.
All right. You all, so Flare, you see the light sort of go and dim down into emergency lighting mode as the power to the engines are cut. You're on a spaceship, so your speed doesn't actually change. You're continuing forward at a like normal pace, but everything dims. You know that's going to mean everyone's going to be pretty miserable because the coffee machines aren't going to be working. But yeah, you see the Captain Picard hit the intercom. Sandsy, what the hell's going on down there?
I gotta go on emergency power. Engine was on fire.
Was on fire, so you got dealt with.
No, well, still on fire, but cut the power to try to cut the source of the fire. Trying to figure it out would be easier if I wasn't on phones.
God damn it. Flare, go make yourself useful, you bucket of bolts.
Of course, Captain. Thank you. Mosey on down to the engine room.
Perfect. Sansi, to sort of diagnose here, why don't you give me a investigate round?
Hell yeah. Even. So good.
Good. Yeah, so looking at it, for some reason, the overhead fire suppressant system, the equivalent of sprinklers essentially, have not been triggered. And a fire of this size should absolutely have triggered that system. If you can figure out how to get that turned on, that will probably, that should be able to take care of this fire. And sort of as you're making that calculation, Flare, you walk in, you see again this. I cannot overstate the size of this engine. This engine is the size of like an apartment building. Like it is astoundingly massive and completely engulfed in flames right now.
Oh, that is distressing. Would you like some assistance in interfacing with Bort? Perhaps they can override the sprinkler system.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably good. Sorry. I had to remember who Bort was for a second.
That is funny.
Thank you. You're the nicest person I've ever met, and you're not a person. Is there a manual override for the system? Like a lever I can pull or like a place I can try to get to?
Where do you think the most inconvenient place for the manual override to be is?
Ooh. So I was actually on a submarine, which is like the closest thing to a spaceship.
Yeah.
And you are right. Engineers are awful, and they place these things. I think it's like on the lowest level, and there's actually like two actuators, and you have to like first you have to like turn a valve to charge it, and then you have to like pull a full lever to activate the actual thing.
Yeah, so it's manual and time consuming and way out of the way. But absolutely it exists.
All right. Yeah, you work on Bort. I'm also going to wait here for you to work on Bort because I think the manual override's too hard to get to.
Okay, Sansi.
All right. Yeah, give me an empathy roll.
Beautiful. That is. Let me see. It's epic.
Epic.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. So what do you say to Bort, your overly sensitive computer system?
Good evening, Bort. We seem to be having a fire in the engine room. We need to have the sprinklers turned on. Would you be able to assist us in manually overriding that?
Please.
Please.
Oh no, a fire? That sounds awful. What could have caused that? I would love to help you activate the sprinkler system, but it appears the integrity of the sprinkler lines has been damaged. I'll do what I can. And you all see not spewing from the sprinklers, but spewing from the pipes that would connect the sprinklers and like dripping through the ceiling as it sort of fills the ceiling tiles. Comes the spreading of this sort of CO2 foam that would normally just have an even coat, but it's just sort of like sludging out of these various apparently holes in the pipes of the sprinkler system. It's not useless. It is helping contain it to at least this engine and like making things better, but there is still a fire.
Tell her to cut it. I gotta fix this. I can do this. And then Sansi is gonna kind of like turn when she sees Flair do the like robot eyes in the back to contact Bort and do like some sort of like stim shot thing to clear his head.
Absolutely. What type of stimulants do you think Sansi tends to prefer?
I think there's like it's like an aerosol like adrenaline that is used for like shock troopers. And he was able to score some specifically for moments like this when he needs temporary lucidity. And needs to clear his head a little bit when shit hits the fan. So it's like that's a bad example. I'm not going to use that one. It's just like an aerosol adrenaline. So it hits your bloodstream like that, and you just like fucking get juiced.
Perfect. Yeah, you down the adrenaline. Is there a specific effect that you're looking for here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that +3 to notice to find out what the problem is.
Absolutely. So go ahead and spend a fate point.
I sure will. I'm not gonna lie, this is giving me like a tiny bit of PTSD because I was like, they've been like in real like not real, I guess, drills on a submarine with somebody being like, that didn't solve the problem. What are you gonna do next? What's the next step? MT2. That's a +1 to notice. Do I have any notice? No. So it's great.
Great. So you sort of trying to figure out the problem with the actual sprinkler system and pipes. You notice that there's damage. It seems to actually be intentional. Someone must have gotten up to the sprinkler system and actually like cut through or melted through the pipes at certain points, including several of the actual sprinkler heads have been completely removed.
Shit. Okay, I would try to isolate the ones that have been cut off so they don't just pour out, and then use a pipe repair kit, which is usually just like a big piece of rubber and a few clamps, an emergency pipe repair kit to repair the pipes for the ones where the things are still working, so that you can have a pressurized even spray mostly.
Perfect. Yeah, and go ahead and give me before I ask
with that.
Yeah. Do you tell Flair that anything about what you found out?
That's a good question. Well, yeah, I guess. I think he would like, oh fuck, somebody is trying to screw us over. This is not an accident.
That is not good information. We need to tell Captain Picard.
Well, yeah, but we also need to get this fucking engine not on fire first. I mean, if you can do both, I know you're a robot.
Android.
Yep, same thing.
No.
Flesh robot. Technically right.
Awful.
Yep.
I'll give you a +1 to your crafts roll because you got a great on your notice.
Sweet. Ooh, another break.
Not that you need a +1 to your crafts, but
yeah. Superb.
All right, yeah. So you normally you'd have to go up a level and like into a crawl space, but these are your engines. You climb up the pipes, you know exactly which ones aren't going to be hot, which engines are running right now, which ones are in reserve, and sort of parkour your way really up into the ceiling and get yourself sort of with your magnetic setup hooked to the ceiling and very quickly go to work repairing these pipes, getting things isolated to the sprinklers that are actually working. And with that, the spray returns much more level, managing to actually coat the engine and put an end to the fire. So, Flair, while you see him just up and around, are you doing anything?
I am running a report up to Captain Picard about the potential sabotage.
Okay. Yeah.
With a memo that morale for the ship needs to be addressed.
Yeah, so you're running that up and you see the sprinkler turn on, fire goes out, everything sort of chills out a little bit. The engine is not in a good state. It's going to take probably a month plus to repair this with the engineering crew that you have and with the supplies that you have. And it's probably going to mean cannibalizing some of the other engines to repair this one. But your auxiliary engine should be enough to at least get you through the dead space between Frontier and Civilization. Flair, as you sort of run the report up, you hear Bacardi in your head through the intercom system. God damn it. We got a traitor aboard our ship. Bet it was that Sansi feller. He's got the know-how to do it and to make it look like it wasn't him.
Captain Picard, I owe you much for my position here on the ship, but I trust Sansi implicitly. I do not believe they would sabotage their life's work.
Well, their life's work is this old scrap heap that can barely make it through the dead space, got an engine on fire. Maybe their life's work ain't all it's cracked up to be.
I shall address these concerns with them. Thank you.
Is the tritium okay? That fire gets near there, this thing's gonna explode.
I will make sure to check on our cargo.
All right.
And I will make my way to the cargo bay.
While that was happening, Sansi gets down and he has like a little nanotech multi-tool that can be like any like small gauge tool he needs, whether it's like a wrench or a socket. Yeah. And it's got like a little hole to hook onto his belt loop. He flips it around, turns it into a tiny little gun. Still got it.
Perfect. Do you join Flair to check on the tritium?
Absolutely. Sansi is terrified of the tritium.
Perfect. So the two of you head over to the cargo bay. The way that the ship is laid out, you have the engines more towards the front, the cargo bay more towards the back, so they can kind of balance each other out when you're full up on cargo. So they're not like right next to each other, but tritium is incredibly volatile. It's like the scene in Wild Wild West where they like, you're carrying nitro type of deal, right?
It's literally used as the catalyst for nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Right now. like as you're alive. So
Yeah. So the
super excited.
two of you head to the cargo bay. Flare, what else are we carrying in the ship besides tritium right now?
I believe we have general supplies coming in from the frontier, as well as organic cargo. People. You're transporting people as well.
Mm. Yeah, so you head on to the cargo bay. You hear sort of the quiet murmuring of the organic cargo that you're transporting. Captain isn't one to let morals get in the way of a good payday, right? And as you're sort of like doing your inspection, walking through, all the crates basically look the same. They're kind of these standard issue, like large shipping containers. It's just some of them have an extremely volatile substance and some of them have people, right? But you notice that one of the containers has been sort of torn open as though by like maybe some heavy machine or one of the loaders from the cargo bay. And it looks like it was one of the boxes that contains the organic cargo. It is completely empty.
This is exactly why I told Captain Picard he should not engage in this kind of commerce. What were we talking about again?
We were here to check on the cargo and its safety. It would appear shit has hit the fan, as you would say.
Well, I think more specifically, the cargo has hit the engine. But
that would be bad for them. It was recently on fire.
Well, no, I think it was more causal.
I see.
I thought robots were smart.
I'm not a robot.
What's the difference between an android and a robot?
A robot has no artificial intelligence. I am a therapy bot. Would you like to discuss the distressing moments earlier today while the engine was on fire? That must have been alarming.
It was, but it feels good to be useful.
I would agree. It does feel good to be useful.
Yeah. Do you feel? Does artificial intelligence include feelings? Do you get your feelings hurt?
On occasion, yes.
Oh no. Do you get your feelings hurt when I call you a robot?
It is less a hurt and more of a frustration.
Yeah, I get that response a lot. All right, that's enough therapy for today. We need to find this rapscallion.
May we investigate the breached cargo?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation roll.
I will give you the help action.
Beautiful.
So you get a +1.
Beautiful. So that is only a good.
Only a good. So you sort of you're able to easily get in through the torn open front. You see various like bits and bobs. There's sorts of like clothes, food, supplies, like garbage, things like that that have been sort of left behind. And there were a number of people in here. So wherever they went in the ship, they would stand out first of all, and there's a lot of them. So it's weird that
Nobody noticed.
see them. Yeah, that no one has noticed yet. And you also notice, especially near the entrance, there's some like marks, like cuts against the wall from probably the machine that tore open the door. Also, maybe stepping into the crate or something similar, and the metal brushing up against the wall.
And there is no evidence of injured organics?
Doesn't seem to be.
So it looks like somebody broke into the crate, not out.
Right.
Interesting.
I will interface with Bort to see if they can take account of all known crew members and if there are any living life forms unaccounted for within our systems.
Yeah, why don't we have, like, cameras?
We have
Bort. Go ahead and give me an empathy roll.
Oh, beautiful. That's an epic again. No, sorry, only fantastic.
So, yeah, what do you tell Bort?
Bort, I would like to know the location of all crew members and any organic life forms that are not on register, please, and where they are located within the ship.
Man, it was that fucking Genesee.
Of course, I would love to help piping the information to you directly. And you just get a flood of information. There's, like, the crew on this ship is probably 100 people. And just, like, a straight download directly to those, like, 100 people. And
Whoa. Did you get consent before you started piping Flare? A little aggressive.
Hey, Flare did ask for this data.
All right. I just want to make sure our therapy bot doesn't need therapy.
Oh, our therapy bot's doing fine. Right, Flare?
Everything is wonderful. Thank you.
And then Bort, after that initial sort of data dump, is like, there is an additional organic signature that I am reading in the air vents adjacent to the main engine. Would you like its location data now?
Yes, please. Also, if possible, can you block the air vents in either direction to enclose them in that space?
Can you isolate the main engine room air vents?
Isolating main engine room air vents. You hear, you both hear the sort of like hissing of the air vents shutting as the last bit of air pushes out, and the air pressure in this room sort of drops noticeably.
Blair, that was a great idea. Maybe you should have been like an engineer.
The information is piped down to you once more, and it's a pretty large organic signature. It's probably, like, it could be several people in these vents. These vents are massive. They're meant to channel the air to and from the main engine, which gets really, really hot, usually when it's not turned off.
Oh, thank God. We're going to cook somebody.
I was going to say, maybe we should get out of this room, isolate the bulkhead, and maybe just, like, let him die?
I do not think that is an appropriate course of action for the time being. We need to know why they would choose to set fire to the engine. That seems illogical. It would halt their progress to where they were going as well.
Yeah, I mean, we could just kill him and then find out after, too, though.
I have noticed that it is quite difficult to get information from the dead.
Sherlock Holmes did it all the time. It's like my favorite book series.
I will download the data.
Gotta read. Yeah. It's so good.
Immediately download all of Shakespeare, and because Shakespeare's been in public domain forever, a whole lot of awful fanfic.
What is a satyr?
Oh, it's like a horny goat man.
Awful. Let's go.
Okay, so are we gonna kill him? Are you gonna teleport?
I would like to at least try and discuss with them why they chose to do what they did.
All right. I guess that'll help us find the traitor too. Although if we kill them, we can just blame Genesee and say they told us before they died, and then we could just get rid of two problems in one day.
Is Genesee a problem for you?
I hate that stupid fuck. That
Why?
rich son of a bitch is always stunting on me. And he's always is like, oh, hey, do you have any more of that stuff? And then I'm like, yeah, man, but you still owe me some money. And he's like, don't worry about it. I'm super rich.
What stuff are you speaking of?
Just we share stuff.
Does it make you feel inadequate when Genesi is stunting on you?
I thought we were done with therapy for today. I thought, look, he's a bad shipmate. He's a fucking problem. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I am sorry, Sansi.
And then Sansi turns his little multi-tool and puts on like a little attachment that turns it into like a little stunner. It's like a taser. That's his improvised weapon. That's one of my other stunts. He used crafts instead of fight for a weapon I made myself. So he's got like a little it's just like a little electrical charge that turns his little multi-tool into like a taser.
Sure, I'll take that. Where are y'all heading?
To the air vent that we locked up, I believe.
Perfect. Yeah. It takes a little bit of time to get there because you're not going to be able to monkey up the walls the same way that Sansi did. But you're able to get there eventually through the crawl space. And when you get there, as you're sort of walking through the air vent, first you're sort of hit by a smell. It's an awful smell, unwashed people being transported for a while with bare minimum amount of comfort. Doesn't smell terribly pleasant, but when you get to where the organic signature was in the vent, it looks like several of the people are dead. Whether it was they were cooked by the engines, they got here too soon, they stayed here too long. You're not sure. You can give me an investigation roll, though, to see if you can get more information.
I would like to investigate.
I would like to investigate too.
Yeah. Since you're each investigating, tell me what you're doing so we see what type of info you get.
I'm checking for signs of distress on the bodies, and if there is any like directional, was it shown that they were being dragged? Is there evidence of someone trying to help them? And I got a fair.
Perfect. And Sansi, what are you looking at?
I am looking more at the vents and the areas around to see if there's like one latch that was like is like the clear ingress egress, if there's like a blade that is like not working anymore, right, at one of the fan junctions. Trying to find out like where's the clear path that's like most taken, and I got a superb.
Perfect. So Flair, is you're sort of like looking at like distress or things like that. Looking at the bodies, whatever happened here it must have been very quick. You don't see like a lot of pain or sort of like shocked expressions or things like that. It's definitely burns you see across a lot of their bodies. And very high heat sort of burn. So whatever it was probably the engines. I mean, it's easy enough for you to piece together. You're right outside of the engines. That's what killed them here. It doesn't look like, kind of looking around, like they were dragged here necessarily. Looks like maybe they came here willingly, or at least like there was no struggle or anything like that. For Sansi, as you're investigating the vents themselves, you notice that all of the like as you're walking along this vent, every fan between here and the cargo bay is completely destroyed, just in pieces on the floor of the air vent. You also notice that the emergency shutting of the vent has been torn open in a very similar fashion as the front of the cargo container. And
It's got some
as
sort of
you're
like grinder or something, or like some sort of power tool. Does it look like? Or does it look like brute force?
It's not like straight brute force. It's definitely like some sort of cutting implement. You have loaders on the ship, like several of them that are meant for like picking things up and doing like heavy duty work. And this looks like it could be sort of those loaders that did this if you got one of them into the air vent. Can you give me a notice roll real quick, Sansi?
Yeah. Sure, this will go well.
Yeah.
I haven't. Oof. Poor? Is that -2? Sorry, I don't have my ladder up.
-2 is terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
I love that. So that's the information that y'all get.
Tight.
You do.
I believe I would like to interface again with Bort to find out any crew members that had been in the cargo hold. Would you say about an hour prior to the fire seems like a logical amount of time?
Maybe even sooner than that. Let's do like 20 minutes to an hour. And even if the list is long, we can like sort of run through it.
I will also see if we have any records of who has accessed a loader recently as well. And I will run that through Bort.
Yeah, give me an empathy check.
That's not great. I guess it's even. I guess that is great. I lied.
Yeah. So what do you say to Bort?
Bort, could you kindly provide me the information of all of the crew members who have been in between the cargo ship and the engine room within the last hour, and cross-reference anyone who has accessed a loader or laser cutter within the same time frame?
Of course. Happy to assist.
Thank you, Bort.
All right. Cross-reference list made. The only crew member who has both gone to the cargo hold and accessed a loader is Genesee Gunn.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. God, I always wanted to say that in an event.
Nancy, good job. It appears your instincts were correct. You should be proud of yourself. I know I am proud of you.
Do you mean that?
Yes, of course I do.
Can you mimic a voice?
Perhaps.
Can you say that again in this voice? And Sansi plays a voicemail of his mom telling him that he needs to send more credits.
Sansi, I am proud of you. Good job.
Full tears. And then you just see him pop like a little pill. I'm healed today.
Sansi, would you like a hug? And also, what was that pill?
I think that would be too much right now.
Baby steps.
This fucker.
Okay.
I think actually we would go to the captain first. I think knowing chain of command and stuff, we would should probably take it to Bacardi.
Yeah. So you head back to the bridge. Captain Picard is there. Genesee is not. Captain Picard, she's still lounging in the captain's chair, going over various readouts on the screens, remapping a few things and a few timelines given the new engine situation.
Do we have like data pads that we can like throw the information that we have onto her screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just
So how's the tritium down there hold up? All good? I guess I'd know if it weren't all good, but
Yeah, tritium travels at 1,000 feet per second. You would have an inconceivable amount of beta radiation and die from acute radiation poisoning within minutes.
In short,
If it was
everything is fine.
good. That's why I love to hear my shit.
Well, it's not all good. And then he just kind of and shows
Oh, you're
the
saying
pictures we probably took.
some of the cargo escaped. Okay, well that's fine. We got a certain loss percentage baked into the contract, of course. So that's fine. Should still be within the margins. Jesus Christ!
Is everything okay, Captain Bacardi? Picard? Pardon.
Well, you didn't have to. You could have just told me there were bodies. You didn't have to send me goddamn pictures of them. Jesus Christ!
Well, I just wanted to show you the full as you can see here on the cargo and in the vents, a loader was used. And then if you swipe, you'll see who had entered the cargo hold and who had checked out a loader. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't me.
So you're trying to accuse my first mate here of having done this. Is that what I'm to understand, Sansa?
Am I accusing, or did you just read the information and infer that? Come to that conclusion on your own.
It would appear that opinions are getting heated. This is all information that we have gathered directly from Bort.
I see. Well, let me ring up Genesee.
Can I roll an empathy roll on the captain real quick just to get their general vibe?
Absolutely, you can.
Thank you.
Your insight check.
Yeah, that's a superb.
Captain 100% doesn't believe that Genesee has done anything wrong and is entirely suspicious of Sansi.
Sansi's so smug. He has no idea what's going on.
I'll start including all of the records of all the interactions that Sansi and Flair have had within the last time frame, or relevant time frame, and all of the time that they are accounted for with someone, another crew member, just ready and available on their.
Yeah. As you're reading this, you see that she's got the intercom button held down. Genesee. First mate gun, god damn it, pick up. Motherfucker. He must have left his translator somewhere again. You go check on him. He said he was gonna go to his quarters.
Yeah, it's just, what a weird coincidence, huh? What a weird coincidence. Check on his quarters, Captain. And then Sansi walks out. And we'll go check on first mate gun.
Yeah.
That's the position.
The Flair sends out a alert to chief security officer, whoever they may be, to have a rendezvous in the area, and follows Sansi out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I get a ping back from the chief security officer. Can you come on down to my office? I'm a bit tied up right now.
Are you literally tied up?
No.
Well, just like a lot's been going on, so I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a secret distress
Also, it
call.
was a direct message to Flair.
She does this weird audio translation where it just
It's like opens her
comes
mouth
out
like a
in
megaphone.
Sansi's mom's voice.
oh
Please stop using that voice. I just needed it that one time. Can you
I'm sorry.
delete it?
I will refrain from its use. Uh, Sansi, should we go to the security officer's office first, or do you believe we should go see First Mate Gunn?
I think we should see the gun. I really don't feel good about this. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, look, don't get me wrong. I get it's like technically a position, but I mean, we're running this investigation. What the fuck has the security officer got to do?
From my understanding, the security officer has the right to put people in the brig.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he
And
has the
also-
right, but I mean, like, why is he busy right now? Is what I'm saying. If he's not doing his fucking job and we're doing his job, what is he so busy doing? That smells like shit to me. As someone who constantly has something to hide, I know someone who has something to hide.
Is this something that you would like to discuss? Do you
No,
feel
I'm just a sweet, sensitive boy who is doing their best. Also, you have robot patient confidentiality, right? You can't
I am
tell
not a
anybody
doctor?
the stuff I said, but you're a therapy bot. Wouldn't you be bound by your like profession? Therapy android. Sorry.
I will keep our conversations in
Please don't
confidence.
tell anybody about the mom stuff. All right. It's imperative.
I will not tell anybody about your mom stuff.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go see Jenny. Genesee.
I do not like their name.
It's too hard. There's too many vowels. You need to cut out one of those syllables.
There are only two vowels.
Yeah, it's one too many. Should either be Jenny or Jessie.
Okay. Sansi.
All right. So you both head together to Genesee's room?
Yeah.
Yeah. You make your way there, and the Genesee has the nicest quarters on the ship. They are the same size as the captain's quarters, but Daddy's money has bought him the best of everything. The best anti-gravity floating bed chamber, the best recycling water, bath, shower, like combined clawfoot edition, right? Like the best liquors in the liquor cabinets, the best robotic cleaners, like it is opulent and gleaming in this room as you open the door and step inside. You've been in here before. Genesee is not shy about showing his room off and looks for just about any excuse to invite someone in and show off his gun collection or his whatever his current hobby is. Lately, he's been collecting old rackets, like tennis rackets from the old Earth, and has several of them hanging up on one of his walls. And you see, of course, right there on the table is his translator left all by itself. No sign of Genesee.
I will pick up the translator and look at, well, we already know location information, which is why we're here.
See if there's any comms with off-ship people.
Oh, that is very smart, Sansi. And I will look for those.
Yeah, so that is going to be a crafts roll.
Here, just hand it over. I can do it real quick. I got this.
All right, here you go.
You handle the port stuff. Jeez, it's like the fourth even roll. So that's just a great.
Okay.
Not
Oh
just a-
no.
sorry.
Yeah. You see a couple things on the translator. The first thing is you break into Genesee's conversations with his father, who he calls Daddy, of course. And Daddy is very upset with Genesee, it seems, and has cut him off monetarily until he can make the Montero a profitable venture. And you see the financials. The Montero is a money pit right now and is pretty massively in debt. Of course, all of the luxury things that Genesee buys doesn't help with that debt. But
Destroy profits.
yeah, but this tritium shipment is, you see it on the ledger, and it is more money than you can imagine. It is like buy a country type of money that you're making off this payload, and you're getting like good consultant rate off of helping to transport it.
Interesting. I wonder if the captain's ever seen this. Sansi will again just airdrop it or slide it over or whatever, port it into his little translator data pad thing. And then I would like to do two things. One, I would like to cut his tennis rackets strings, but like not cut them till they snap. Cut them so that the next time they're touched, they just like ping, 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 ping. And then I would also want to steal a gun.
Okay. You can absolutely take a gun. These are like old world guns.
Yeah.
Shooting them on a ship is a very bad idea.
Yeah, the concussive nature of a gun in a tube is a nightmare.
Yeah, but you do in fact have one. And go ahead. I guess a crafts roll to like precisely cut.
Speaking my language.
This seems like a course of action that is what some would consider petty.
Hey, it's fine. Fantastic. And it's not fine. It's fantastic. This is a fantastic idea, Flair. Trust me.
All right, Flair, what do you do as you watch Sansi perfectly like half cut strings on all of the rackets, prepping them to snap the next moment they're touched?
I think when she sees the delight on Sansi's face, she's going to make sure she has a recording of this action to send to him later. I think she'd also like to investigate the room for a stash of psychotropics.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, fuck, I love you, Dice. You're so good to me. Okay. Superb.
Hell yeah. It's not even hidden well. This is like shoebox under the bed type of hidden. You see all sorts of psychotropics. You see hallucinogens, you see uppers, you see downers, but specifically you see in a half-spilled pill bottle, a pill that you recognize as the one that Sansi took earlier, that is a stabilizing sort of psychotropic.
Oh, those look just like my vitamins. They got the same
I think she's having
manufacturer.
she's having a bit of a short.
Here, I'll just take the. I'll take them.
Nope.
We'll take them to the guy.
I will manage these items. Thank you.
You sure? If you, I'm here. To
I
help.
am certain.
All right.
All right, you got a box of drugs.
Yeah. Is there any like documentation, like anything in there, like selling to, sold by? I don't know.
All of that documentation would be on the translator that Sansi has.
Wonderful. Is he also dealing in the selling and procurement of the now legal psychotropic medications?
Yeah, let me take a look. That's another fantastic.
Is there a bathroom, a washroom in his suite?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Flair's walking over to the bathroom and
Wait, it's important to preserve the evidence. I would like to grab the bottle of pills if it's closed out of the toilet.
Ew.
You're gonna give me an athletics roll.
Can I contest that?
Absolutely.
I would like to invoke anything for a fix. I'm sure using all my fate points before the big battle is not going to bite me in the ass.
Yeah, it's fine.
And add 2 to this roll.
All right.
Fuck, not good.
I got a good.
I got a fair. Too high.
All right, you two
too high.
stumble over each other, but Sansi managed to grab a hold of one of the hallucinogenic bottles of psychotropics and pluck it out of the toilet before it all gets vacuumed. You're fantastic on the translator. There are excruciating, incriminating details about how many drugs have been bought from you, and it looks like you were his only supplier. Luckily, psychotropics have been decriminalized, so it's not that bad, except for your therapy bot hates psychotropics.
Why do you hate psychotropics?
They have made my programming obsolete. This is what causes me pain.
Being obsolete?
Do you not wish to have a purpose?
I wish I didn't have to have one.
But you get a warming in your heart to hear your mother say she is proud of you.
Yeah, but that's not a purpose, it's validation. I just want the love, but I don't want to do any work for it.
That is lazy. I am sorry.
So you think you should have to earn love? Well, now that I got these pills, maybe we should just turn you off then.
I trust.
Reprogram you. Find a better
Do I
use.
take mental stress here? What do I do?
Oh, it's not nice being mean, is it? Look. First of all,
how about you listen to me for a moment? If you were not such a sad sack and actually applied yourself, perhaps the captain would trust you. I'd like to.
Look, I did just enough to get the job done, all right? I just need these pills to steady me out.
Are you activating your stunt right now?
I was going
Are you gonna stunt on me?
Are you
Just like
stunting on
Genesis?
Sansi?
Everybody's turning on me.
No. I was going to, and then I believe Flair thinks better of it.
Look. All right, everybody, let's calm down. Let's just take a pill, maybe. It'll even you out.
Flair walks out of the room.
All right, Flair, as you walk out of the room, you hear Bort in your head say, by the way, if it's not too much of a bother, it seems that Genesis' signature hasn't moved in the cargo bay in quite some time, and he could do with a therapy check-in.
I will be there presently. Thank you, Bort.
Sansi waits for Flair to turn the corner, pops another one, and follows.
You're gonna follow? Okay. Flair, are you trying to? Are you gonna let Sansi follow you?
I'm putting on the android speed, but
Oh, she's trying to like get away. I won't then. I thought it was
the quick irritated walk of a friend who is done with your shit, but still doesn't need to lose you in fucking Disneyland.
Look, all I'm saying is there's such a thing as guided
Turns
therapy.
off the audio sensors.
He's talking to the empty ship. There's such a thing as guided therapy. I can take the pills and you can still do your job, and it's like double effective. Meanwhile, he's on the translator, and he's gonna find an email that, like, an all hands message that the captain has sent, and act like he accidentally sent all these documents, reply all, of all the incriminating information of Genesee. And it's like, sir, we found his translator, currently searching for him. Here's all the incriminating information. Also, he's shorting you and the rest of the ship for our proper cut for the tritium.
Give me a deceive roll.
Ooh, pretty good at deceive. Let's see what we can do.
Of course you are.
Hey, it's a good one. Superb.
All right. Yeah, you send it. You immediately hear the captain in your ear. Sansi, God damn it! What the hell was that? What the? You think I don't know how much the tritium I'm transporting is worth? You're just gonna go tell the whole crew. Now everyone's gonna be breathing down my back.
Told the whole crew what? I sent
you
a private message, sir.
No, you did. You said you replied all. You fucking idiot.
Fuck! I always do that. Remember that time I sent my leave request with our reply all? I'm so sorry. Also, is this a bad time to ask for a raise?
Yes, it's a very bad time.
All right, I'll ask after we deliver the tritium.
My phone is blowing up. And you all see, like, you hear people calling the captain as you're, like, walking by the various rooms. Like, the captain's about to have a very bad time.
Oh, no.
I know your audio sensors are off, but Sansi says to Flair, hey, Flair, hypothetically speaking, in a mutiny, where would you have to land? Flair? And then he taps you on the shoulder.
Audio sensors back on.
Hey,
yes, Sansi.
Hypothetically speaking, if there was a mutiny, where, like, what do you have, like, programming or something that tells you?
I have autonomy.
Oh, cool. Just wondering. Are we gonna go? We're not going towards the security guy. Where are we going?
Bort informed me that Genesee's location indicator is still in the cargo bay and has not moved.
Oh shit. Well, lead the way.
That is what I am doing. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I just had an important question. The captain told me to ask.
I don't believe the captain told you anything other than go fuck yourself.
He told me a lot more than that, but
You make your way to the cargo bay. Bort directs you further in the cargo bay, back to the loader storage area. It's behind this sort of garage door, and as you open the garage door, you see seated in a loader right in the front is Genesee. Genesee's face is green and eyes are rolled back in his head. You see there's some sort of syringe sticking out of his arm, and the glass is very sort of fogged, and like of the actual loader is very like fogged, and you see like cracks kind of all throughout it.
whoa.
Bort, can I have a report on the air quality in this cargo?
Air quality is lower than usual due to the vent cutoff, but still within acceptable averages.
Are there any substances other than nitrogen, oxygen, other breathable components for humanoids?
In the air? No.
Very well, thank you.
Should there be?
If you detect an anomaly, please inform us immediately.
Sansi puts his mask on. Here's
Absolutely.
here's the one half of that conversation, and just
Flair will go up to the loaders and close, right? That's what you described?
Yep, enclosed with shattered and fogged glass.
We'll go up to the loader and open the access door.
Yeah, absolutely. You open it, the front sort of pops open, and what the fogged glass was hiding is it looks like someone eviscerated Genesee, just from neck all the way down to hips. It's as though he's been pulled open. Blood and entrails spill out of the loader as you open the door.
So someone breaking into or breaking out of?
Give me an investigation roll.
Crap.
Sansi pukes in his mask. And then throws it out and is generally sick to his stomach.
I'm not sure I'm happy about it, but I rolled a great.
Yeah, it looks like the shatter and like cracks that you can, or so you're asking if it looks like someone broke into the or out of the loader?
Into his
Out of
person.
Sansi.
Out of
Genesee.
Genesee.
Or Genesee, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so high I forgot my own name.
It's very hard to tell because of how messy it is, and you're not a medical bot. It's not super decisively either way. But looking at the shattered ribs that sort of litter the floor, you're pretty sure that something broke out.
I was going to say, the first thing I was going to look at is those ribs. This is bad.
I am regretfully going to have to send the captain another distressing photo.
Oh my god. The body's in the vents.
Oh no.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I will. No, we cannot. The fans
What
are
the fucking
broken.
cargo? Can I hack into the ship's manifest? Into like the captain's like using the ship server to get into the captain's messages or private whatever to figure out what was the physical cargo?
You can try. It's not an easy roll. You will need a fantastic
Ooh,
to do
boy.
this.
Is that a craft?
It will be a craft roll.
Do you have crafts?
I don't. Can I argue using will if I were to manually interface with the ship? Get a...
That is a very difficult thing for you to do. You can do that. I will let you give Sansi a +1. You will take a mental stress.
Okay.
I got pretty good odds for fantastic. I just got to do well, not pretty good, but I just need a 2, right? Because it's superb and then fantastic?
Yep.
Would you like my assistance?
No, I think we're all right. I think if you could tell Bort to keep... Oh, shit, they already broke through the vent. God damn it. Oh,
This is what I said earlier.
Yeah.
I
Just give me a second. Oops.
yet again alert the security chief officer.
Plus
Security
4.
officer.
So what's a plus 8? Is that a legendary?
Yeah. So, Flair, you send a message to the chief security officer, does not respond. Sansi, you hack into and get more information. And you look at the manifest. There is the first thing is that actually triggers you looking into it. On top of this is actually the realization that tritium is worth a lot, but not as much as was being offered. As you like do a quick mental math about what's in the cargo hold here, like you're not the cargo guy, and so you haven't really thought very deeply about it, but you're running the numbers, right? As you're walking through the cargo hold, looking through it, and realize it's about an order of magnitude off in terms of like the amount of money you're being offered.
Yeah, like the
insane
bio cargo or that we've usually hauled. It's like is usually like such a minuscule amount, and it's almost like there's a third amount more or however much more. Like if there was more tritium,
but it's just being attributed to the tritium
Oh,
in the conversations between Genesee and his father. You get into the captain's account and you see emails back and forth with it's a shady equivalent of like a Proton email, like dark web type of email that claims to be a government research vessel that has asked for some cargo to be picked up and transported along with the tritium, using the tritium as cover. So that other governments don't realize that whatever this thing that's being transported is being transported.
Okay, can I, with that, use Genesee's email or his translator to send pictures of Genesee, the whole thread of the captain and the whatever, and just and send it to all and just have the subject line be mutiny?
Absolutely, you can. And that is where we're going to pause for a mid-game break.
Oh my god.
All right, everyone, we're going to step out for about 10 minutes, refresh on snacks, drinks, use the restroom, things like that. Meanwhile, I'd love for you to get in the Discord down below. Make sure you follow. Make sure you check out our YouTube. We'll see y'all in just a short 10 minutes.
See you on Mars.
See you on Mars. See you in the Mars.
Goodness.
And we're back. How are you two doing?
Good.
I've always wanted to start a mutiny, so I'm ecstatic.
Yeah. So, mutinies on 100-person vessels don't start immediately.
Yes.
But the captain is part of that reply all chain. So you pretty immediately hear over the loudspeakers. All right, everybody, this is your captain speaking. It seems like we got some bad actors just spreading some falsities, thinking they can take over this here Monstero. We're going to go ahead and enter here a lockdown. So go ahead and get comfy wherever you are while we suss out this problem, me and the chief security officer. And you hear the as the heavy security doors all thump shut across the ship.
Sansi, I do believe your actions were, forgive me, stupid and impulsive.
Hard disagree. First of all, if we can't get out, it's also harder for whatever the fuck exploded out of Genesee to get to us.
Unless it is still in here with us.
I thought we had already gotten out of there.
You're still in the cargo hold.
Oh, I thought we left the cargo hold. Oh, it's definitely not in here because it was in the vents, remember? Also, I think either way it's good that it's isolated. And nobody knows it was us. It was Genesee. I'm sending the captain a different message from me right now saying we were on our way to see the what's it call it? First, whatever, and that he's not responding. And that we think that whatever the fuck got out is running amok. Either way, the problem will be dealt with.
I suppose we shall handle things as they arrive.
Yeah, I'm sure your core rock thing will survive no matter what, and then they'll just put you in a different flesh bot. So you'll be all right.
It is not so much myself that I am concerned for, Sansi. I do consider you, despite your betrayal, I do consider you a friend.
Betrayal? My betrayal? I feel like betrayal is a really strong word that we should have a session about at another time. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make some weapons for us. Can I look around the cargo hold and try to craft some sort of well, first of all, I'd like to clean my fucking mask after puking in it.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yep, that's reasonable.
I think that's his number one priority, is to keep his mouth hole shut and sealed away from the world. And then he would like to, I'm trying to think what would be in a cargo hold. There's got to be forklifts or that kind of thing. So it's something involving pneumatic actuators or something like that to create some sort of potato gun style not firearm, obviously. It's not a fire, but launcher.
Okay. You have full loaders, which are basically mech suits.
Oh, that's what a loader is. So it's like aliens. Alien?
Yes.
3? Is there aliens? I don't know.
The Ripley suit.
The Ripley suit. Yeah. Hot
Yeah.
mama. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just get in that thing. Keep my mouth shut.
Get in that. What's your drive?
Pretty low. I take a lot of drugs. Sorry, it's a bad joke. It's a 0. Unranked.
Yeah. You have never sat inside a loader before.
Yeah. Do you know how to use these things?
I am a therapy bot.
All right.
Board, do I still have access to inquiries with you?
Technically, no, but you're my special android friend.
Thank you, Board. Could you kindly do a scan of this cargo hold for any other life forms?
Several of the organic cargo chambers are full of life forms.
Are those the only other than Sansi? Is there anything outside of the cargo holds?
There seems to be another organic life form somewhere near the loader suits.
Thank you, Bort. If I do not get to speak with you again, it has always been a pleasure.
Why wouldn't you get to speak with me again?
Unclear.
Yeah, Sansi turns his little multi-tool into just like a little shiv that's got a little electricity run through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's ready to fight.
Flair's gonna start pulling power cells out of a loader.
Okay, absolutely.
Just to hopefully be able to turn something into a gauntlets of
You
zap them.
You pull out some power cells. I love it. Yes. Do you want? You can give me a crafts roll to try and make them into a.
Here, let me help you with that. Just let me do it.
Thank you, Sansi.
Since I betrayed you. It's another even. Jeez. So it's a great.
All right. Yeah, you're able to make some makeshift gauntlets, and with your android strength, they are heavy but wieldable. While he's doing that, Flair, give me a notice roll.
Gladly. Oh, I might have to retire these dice because they're just so good to me. That's a fantastic.
Incredible. So while Sansi is hard at work, you hear a sizzling sound very quietly in the back corner of the loader bay.
Sizzling? Or like a...
Sizzling.
Awful.
So it's not like I think she hated me outright. Did she do her best? Yeah. Was it enough? Clearly no. But like, I think we should at least get an apology. And I don't think that's asking too much, don't you think?
Sansi, I am unclear about which female figure in your life you are speaking of, but we have bigger issues at the moment. There seems to be... There seems to be a sound coming from the back of the cargo bay.
All right.
If you wish, I will happily speak with you about your mommy issues later.
Thank you. It would mean a lot. These are done. And he gives you things.
Thank you.
Lady Androids first?
Of course. Walks to the back of the room.
Yeah, you head to the back and you see it looks like a tumor on the floor, shining red with blood. But as you get closer, you see that this tumor is actually around a hole in the floor. And Sansi, you recognize this as the same type of damage that you saw in the sprinkler system. As these sort of bloody, bubbling tumors are sort of like almost like sloughing off into the hole as it widens from, it appears to be the acidic matter that it is, but as quickly as it's consuming this hole, the tumor is growing outwards.
Sansi, I do not possess a digestive tract nor a gag reflex. However, I am going to be sick. I am unclear on if you have gone into a catatonic state or not. Do you need assistance? Very well.
I don't know what to do.
Looking up, you see
That
that
is fucking terrifying.
there's a similar hole up above with similar tumors, but they're sort of hanging down almost like uvula, you might say. And occasionally one falls off onto the floor, and with an elastic snapping sound, what part it falls from sucks back up.
Is there another? Are any of the containers close to this?
You're in the far back of the loader bay, so you're pretty far away from the containers.
Okay, good.
You are
when
pretty
we look
close to the outer wall of the ship, though.
Yeah. What? Okay. We're in the loader bay. Soap should neutralize the acid.
If we are speaking of basics and pH levels, then yes, that should neutralize. The sprinkler system, what sort of chemical process is made from the foam? Is it a basic solution? Bort?
Give me a straight just luck roll. Just roll 4 dice for me.
Oh, okay. Aw, you didn't do the nice thing. I got 1 plus, 1 nothing, and 2 negatives.
Bork chimes in. The sprinkler system sprays a neutral solution, so it's not agitate anything.
Thank you, Bort.
That's
Glad
what
to
we
help.
But that's not a bad idea. So we put the soap for like the dishwasher and put it above the sprinklers right here. And like a pressure system will create a foam and a water, a basics or a solution that should neutralize the acid and cover a larger area.
Now, this is across multiple floors.
This feels
Yeah, but that's
like
the fastest way to get the soap more distributed, right?
This feels like a long-term solution for a big problem. We need a immediate solution for this one.
Do you want to grab it? I don't know what to do. Try to punch it.
All right.
Maybe it'll supercharge your battery.
Maybe stand back.
I'm going to stand really far back. I promise
Wonderful.
I'll resurrect you if it goes bad.
Okay. I've got no fight. I'm just gonna, I could try and punch it with this thing.
What could go wrong?
Well, it could have gone worse. I got a fair.
You got a fair.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You punch the pile of tumorous mass in front of you, and with the weight and strength of your punch, it explodes, showering you in blood. You smell synthetic skin. It almost smells like the smell of hair when it burns. The buzzing of your circuitry underneath it begins to fill the air as you stumble back. You look at your makeshift weapon, once sticking out maybe 6 inches from your fist, now gone, along with most of your right hand. As the acid just eats through you, you take a point of physical and mental stress.
Cool. Just one? Cool.
Sonson takes his mask off and pukes again. That was fucking disgusting.
And there are now several smaller spots that seem to be sizzling and growing.
Growing?
It would appear we have a Hydra situation.
Motherfuck.
Is there a supply?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go try
general
to find
supplies
like
in here?
laundry detergent. A big fucking industrial bag of like laundry detergent.
Absolutely. You head out, and as you go to attempt to make your way to the laundry room, which is not in the cargo bay, you find the cargo bay very much locked down.
Oh, I meant like I thought the cargo bay would be hold the like extra big thing before it goes into the thing. Or is there anything in the cargo bay supplies wise?
Give me an investigate roll. Or no, a notice roll. Give me a notice roll. Yeah,
A
you can help.
notice roll?
Cool.
Oh shit, I don't have any notice.
Yeah, remember when you used all of your fate points?
Yeah. For
That
dumb
took
stuff?
all of them?
No, I have 2. Or sorry, I used 2. I have 1. I'm saving. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm fucking saving it for. I got the help action though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a +1.
Okay, that's a plus. That's a good.
Yeah, you look around. There are some of the bulk supplies here. It's mostly things like food and water and things like that. There is an industrial thing of like laundry detergent slash soap slash just kind of used for everything, just mixed in different quantities. And it is massive, first of all. How would you want to break into it's basically its own shipping container, metal walled. It's got a big old like tide emblazoned across the side of it.
How far is it from the acid?
Give me another straight luck roll. Let's see.
Even.
It is about in the middle of the cargo bay. So I'm going to say it's probably about a good amount, maybe like 150, 200 feet away from the front of the loader bay.
I would like to get on top of the box. I assume it's like you said, it's like a huge.
Yeah, like a shipping container.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a shipping container, so it's got doors that I can just open.
So normally this would be picked up by one of the loaders and dumped into a laundry system.
Yeah, that then puts it probably to the okay. I guess I'm gonna get in one of the loaders.
All right, give me a drive roll.
This is going so well. Hey, that's a +3, so that's another good.
Yeah, you get into the driver or into the loader. Luckily, it's fairly intuitive to use. You're able to sort of get to the shipping container. You're able to lift it, or possibly just bash open the front doors or the side. What do you want to do with it?
I want to take the loader. I want to take the loader and kind of like cut or whatever, like something in the top, and just kind of like pour it in the area of the
So you're not going to be able to get on top of it with your roll.
Mm-hmm.
That requires a little bit too much loader maneuverability.
Okay, can I just like shove it like a sled, like a football sled, close to the
Yeah, you can absolutely push it and like pick it up and move it and things like that.
Yeah, I would just like to shove it closer, and then I don't know. Is there like could you do like a strength roll with the loader again to try to like just rip the fucking door off?
Give me a fight roll. You get a +3 from the loader.
Got it. That's another good. God, I keep rolling even.
With the +3 from the loader.
Yeah, one positive, one negative, and 2 blank.
All right, you rip open the front doors, and the powdered soap substance sort of falls out. It only gets a couple feet out in front of the
Yeah, but
container.
it's at least a lot closer, right?
Yeah, it's right at the entrance of the loader bay.
Okay, and then I'll try to get I'll just say to Flair, let's try on one of the small ones first to see what happens.
All right. I guess with my one good hand, I'll go find a bucket nearby.
Actually, I'll do
Sure.
it. You are you've done enough. I'll take this one on the chin. And I'll pour a bucket, or just, I don't know, a hat full or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
you get
enough to like generally cover it.
Yeah, you find one of the smaller spots. It's only like that big. You're able to get like a couple handfuls, and surprisingly, your plan does seem to work. As it hits, you hear a horrible hissing sound as the tumor almost like deflates and shrivels into this sort of blackened, crispy husk.
I take the husk and I pocket it, and then I say, "Let's get to soaping these motherfuckers." And I put he puts like a GoPro on his head and starts.
This is a cargo hold, assuming that they would have like some cleaning supplies in here to like hose down shit as we're like transporting.
Yeah, there's gotta
things
be
in and out?
a fire hose situation, right?
Yeah, I'll say that there's some like cleaning stuff that you can find.
So how about we turn this powdered soap into liquid soap?
Can I charge the fire hose?
Charge it? How so?
Well, on a ship, it's right there. You charge it up, and then it's like it's a big valve. You got to lay it out first, and then you charge it up. And it's usually manual because when power gets cut out, you have to keep that.
And power is cut right now, still. By the way, absolutely, you can get.
Yeah,
the fire
I would
hose.
say it's probably a strength check. He's an engineer. He's kind of a little bit.
Do you want to make this a check? I was just
no,
going to give it to you.
I know. He turns the valve. He lays out the hose, turns the valve. And like riding a dragon, just like.
Yeah, after a bit of work with the two of you, Flair throwing soap out, you spraying things down with the water, you get to the point where you don't hear the hissing sound of the active sort of tumorous masses anymore, and the ground is littered with these sort of black, almost like burnt flesh looking husks everywhere. And at the back of the loader bay, about a car's size, is a hole leading to the floor below, and it gets smaller down the next 2 floors, and there's a larger hole into the floor above you.
Okay, let's. You only got one arm. You're so much stronger than me.
I am. It would appear we have ingress either up or down.
Yeah, I think what we should do is try to neutralize the way down. So I'd like to take like another couple buckets and do the whole down.
So you've neutralized all the floors.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Y'all are thorough here.
Before that, or before we leave, I think we go up because that's probably the source. If it's getting smaller on the way down, what do you think, Flair?
I think that this is a horrible nightmare, and I would like it to end.
It's pretty much the worst.
Yes.
What's crazy is it could actually get worse too. There's tritium on board.
It would be worse for a nanosecond.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for you, I'm not really sure how fake skin works, but it actually would be worse for like a couple of hours. It would be bad for a while because the poisoning would the cause would start immediate, and then I would die very painfully over 2 hours. Hair would fall out. I would bleed out of my eyes. Massive organ failure. I would just like shit blood all over the place, and
I
maybe I would
need this too.
die.
Yep,
in like
I'm
30
good.
minutes.
Thank you.
So if that happens,
A quick mercy, I promise. Let's
yeah,
go.
please. All right. Before we go, can I try to find if there's like smaller boxes, or like, you know how I don't know how space in the future works, but like those big saran wrapped style like wrapped shit, right? Where they like on a pallet.
Pallets.
Yeah. I would like to make little soap bombs. I would take a single layer of the plastic wrap and put like a handful of the soap into it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a craft roll.
Okay.
And tell me the number of successes.
I love it.
I think I have to use my last, but I don't know if I even have anything. Nope, I don't even have anything. I got a fucking average.
And,
That is one.
That is one. You managed to get one soap bomb together before realizing how long that one soap bomb took to like build. You're like, I don't have time.
I don't have time. Fucking God. Sanse is like losing his shit. He's both fueled by like a sense of purpose and feels more lucid and alive than he's ever felt, but he also feels as like he's approaching death. He's just been like taking more and more pills as he's approaching death. He is losing touch with reality as the like fear starts to grip him.
Did you wish to go up?
No, but we gotta.
All right.
Yeah. I'll say that with the loader, you're able to walk one of the loaders over there and create sort of a like stairway up. As you climb up to the
Stairway
floor,
to hell.
The stairway to hell, yeah. You realize that these are some of the crew dormitories, and that you're in a hole that encompasses basically 2 dormitory floors, and that all of the items that were on the floors for these rooms have been completely dissolved by whatever this substance is. You see the sort of blackened skin all over the walls here as well, like some fucked up scar tissue.
It's the same fucking thing. We've been playing together too long, Courtney.
Yep.
I just want to take a moment for those watching now and on VOD to just how beautiful it is for me and Bastion to share our fucked up nightmares with Courtney so often.
We're a couple of silly billies here having a fun space adventure.
Boys just having a goof.
Everybody's so charming.
Why are you friends with us? Anyways, I think I would like to look around to see if there's any, or excuse me, sorry. The mania is getting to me. In real life, it's character bleed. Blair, do you think can Bort see if there's anybody alive in here?
Bort, I wish to know how many of the crew members are still alive.
It is hard to tell how many are still alive because the life support systems are offline due to main engine failure. Due to lockdown, many dormitories are currently locked and contain organic life forms within them, if that reassures you.
Bort, do you not have a system wherein the likeliness of mass loss of life due to a lockdown, you can override the lockdown system?
Give me an empathy roll.
Yeah. That's even for a great still. Does that do it
Okay.
for you?
Do you want to take that, or do you want to try and re-roll it with an aspect?
I suppose I'll re-roll it with what is it? But have you considered if all of the crew is dead, that your function will become obsolete?
Ooh.
That's better.
Yeah, get him with the obsolete thing. That really fucked you up earlier.
For those watching or listening, that's but have you considered is one of Flair's stunts that allows them to re-attempt an empathy challenge they failed.
That goes to an epic.
Epic. Epicoo. Yeah. Bort, you feel Bort start to like access your memories and like replay everything you saw in the loader bay and says, affirmative. Substantial evidence to end lockdown prematurely without captain authority. Would you like me to execute this order, Flair?
Yes, please, Bort. Thank you.
You hear over the intercom, lockdown has been lifted due to emergency measures. Please remain calm and evacuate at the nearest spaceport. Oh, this is your captain speaking here. Looks like that bad actor's gotten access to Bort and must have corrupted him. Don't worry, stay in your rooms. Stay safe. I'm handling things up here. We got an internal investigation happening. If anyone happens to see Flair, go ahead and tell them to meet me up at the bridge. Flair, if you're hearing this, I'd very much like to speak with you.
Now that lockdown is over, I'd like to send more follow-up replies to again, similarly, right? Of the like I took the GoPro footage of the place, of the cargo hold, and I'll do that. And I'll say, Captain, something is broken, containment. It is a whole in all caps, whole integrity issue. Recommend abandoning ship. Yeah.
Yeah, so you send that. Go ahead and give me another deceive roll.
Plus 1 to a good. Great.
Okay. You send that email off. You immediately hear in your ear, God damn it, Sansi! What the fuck is wrong with?
No, that one was on purpose. No, that one was for sure on purpose. You're a fucking idiot, and if I see you again, I'm gonna kill you.
I swear to God, Sansi.
Try it.
You know I'm a better shot than you are.
Try it.
Bort, can you go ahead and clear out that dormitory wing and get it prepared to space? Of course, Captain. You see
Go.
Running.
People
Go.
immediately begin running from their own, like a couple of their own dormitories in the area as like the doors re-shut, locking the dormitory. I'm going to need an athletics check to see if you can escape.
That's only a fair.
Please don't lose another limb.
How'd you do, Sansi?
I gotta use it. I'm just trying to figure out which one could work. Anything for a fix? He's itching. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, we don't have scene aspects. Yeah, I just got a. You said athletics?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a +1, average.
Average. So, both of you run. One of you makes a fair. One of you makes an average. Which one of you survives?
Flair would push Sansi.
I would argue otherwise. I would say that it was probably Santi who got out of the hole last and was like frozen because he was trying to talk in the ear to the captain and shoves Flair through the door.
We're gonna have a roll off because no.
Do it.
All right, contested fight roll.
Oh, great. I got a mediocre.
I don't know. I got a -3. That is.
All right, Sansi, you try to push Flair, but you know Flair's stronger than you.
God, she's so strong.
Do you feel the? Well, actually, Flair, what do you do? What is it? What do you give me? Give me this scene. As you know that both of you can't make it to the door. You're malfunctioning. You have a limp. Your outwards are fried and your innards are quickly frying. You can feel the tumorous mass spreading within you.
Oh my god.
As it continues to consume your metal flesh.
Cool. With the remaining charge gauntlet, she's going to put her back to Sansi and charge it at the floor to push him through the doors as they're closing with the extra burst from...
Yeah. You shove Sansi back. Sansi, you feel yourself propelled at incredible speed through the doors. You manage to slide under, and you look back and you hear over the intercom in the dorm hallway, "Well, it was nice knowing you, Sansi. I hope space treats you well," as the full lockdown of the dorm hallway is activated. Flair, you don't need to breathe. Being space doesn't immediately kill you. You feel yourself sucked out into the vacuum of space. You're built to handle this so that you can do spacewalks without a spacesuit if necessary. Now, the integrity of your systems is affected, of course, right now, so you're not going to last indefinitely out here in the cold loneliness of space.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
While is the dormitory still attached to Bort the AI?
Yes.
I would like to send all documentation that has been previously sent between Sansi and the captain, Genesee and the captain and whomever, anything I was given access to our investors and any and all higher ups, people who the captain works for. And then I would like to use Do Android's Dream and delay my update by 24 hours in the hopes that my backup system, wherever it is, does not remember anything that transpired today and the horrors that were.
Yeah. As you're sitting there, the spaceship, you have a split second before it is almost out of sight, another speck amongst the stars. And in that split second, your android brain fires. You upload everything you have, and you hear Bort in your head. "Of course, Sansi. Uploading it to Mother right away."
Thank you, Bort. It has always been a pleasure.
What do you mean by...
Okay, I'm in everything. Oh shit, everything's locked down again.
Just the dormitory.
Oh, just that door. Okay. Since I'm by the dormitories, is the laundry room nearby?
Yeah, we'll say there's a laundry room nearby.
Okay. I just know that there's going to be a big vent for in there. I want to get in through the vents. And
Absolutely.
like the all time, yeah, because that's where like the big industrial vent would be, right? For like the air suckage versus the other ones that are more for like flow. I want to like my all time favorite submarine movie that's totally accurate and not made up bullshit. Hunt for the Red October. I want to climb through the air vents to get to the bridge and confront the captain.
You're going to climb through the air vents to get to the bridge to confront the captain. Got it.
Or try.
Yeah. So I'm going to need another crafts check because you're going to have to make some modifications to the vents in order to get from these vents to the flow vents.
Got my little multi-tool and starting at a grate. See if we can finally not break even. Jesus Christ. Yeah. +2 to a grate is fantastic.
Yeah. So you get in there using your multi-tool. You manage to sort of cut through, hack through, and make your way to the bridge. You cut through the air vent entrance in the bridge itself and fall down. It's just the captain up here. You see that the screens are covered in calls coming in. You see big names, governments trying to call and get her attention, get her to hail back, and she's just closing them out as fast as she can. God damn it, Bort, I told you I'm not, put me on do not disturb. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just pull the gun out and shoot him. Shoot her. I pull the gun that I stole from Genesee and shoot.
Give me a shoot roll.
Dude, I didn't know words. +1. I think I have a fair. Yeah, so it's a good.
Yeah.
You shoot.
You shoot. You manage to hit the captain's center of mass. The bullet begins to ping around the inside of the room, destroying most of the communications system as it does so. The captain sort of collapses back, clutching her sternum as blood begins to pool up.
I'd like to rush the captain and try to, if they have actions or whatever, but if I can, rush through the shock and try to disarm them with whatever sidearm or anything they have.
Sure, give me a fight roll.
And I'd like to use my taser to sedate them to get use my last fate point to get to use my crafts for my fight.
Okay, what'd you get?
Percussive maintenance. +2, another, or no, sorry, +3 to great. What's that?
Be epic.
Epic is after fantastic.
You charge the captain. You get the taser in there, and she immediately passes out.
You killed my only friend, you son of a bitch. Is the ship's comms? I know the outer comms are probably shot. Is the ship's comms the like?
So most of this room is now destroyed and buzzing. You don't think you're going to be able to get any internal or external comms out without a whole lot of work and repairs.
Okay, I'll just take whatever I can from them, or I guess I'll try to repair just the ship comm.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a craft roll.
Yeah, I got pretty good crafts. This isn't something takes the stunner off of it. Goes from stun mode to repair. +1 that time to superb.
All right. As you hook into the comms, you get it all repaired. and you hear a sizzling sound behind you. You turn around and you see more falling from the vent than coming down in any sort of like athletic fashion. A bulbous mass. It's very vaguely humanoid in shape. You can see that it has what you might call muscles, but it's almost like it's trying to fake those muscles. Like it saw what muscles looked like. It was like, yeah, I'm supposed to have those, right? The rest of it looks like the tumors that you destroyed. They're bulbous organic mass flopping from side to side, spraying the room with sizzling blood as it does, as close as you can approximate, look towards you. What are Sansi's last words to the crew of the Montero?
Abandoned ship. And someone tell my mommy I love her.
And with that, Sansi, very different than the leisurely fall from the air duct that you opened. A jet of dozens of spiked tentacles almost shoot out and pierce you all across your chest. You feel the pain immediately. It begins to spread from your chest. But it takes you a couple hours, right? First, you start to lose your hair. You start to bleed from your eyes. You feel yourself shit blood. You hear the screams of the rest of the crew. You feel something expanding inside of your body, creating the most pain you've ever felt as your ribs snap one by one, eventually being released from this pain as whatever is growing inside of you grows large enough to crush your heart. A certain mercy. From there, the camera zooms out, and we see the side of another vessel, the Nostrum. Yeah, Mother, we got the documents. We're on our way. That's a whole hell of a lot of tritium. We can't have it just sitting out there in the middle of space. Yeah, sure, I'll get the guys on it immediately. And that is where the starter campaign for Alien the RPG will pick up next stream.
Oh my god.
That was so good. And
Should have blown up the
disgusting.
ship. It was awful. It was undulating tumors.
I truly thought I would have one more chance. I thought I could tell everybody to abandon ship, and my plan was to run to blow up the tritium. Or tell Bort to blow up the tritium on a timer. But
Yeah.
Bastion was one step ahead of me.
Dashed your hopes. Yeah, how was your fun little gallivant?
Honestly, super fun.
That
Very
was
gross.
so fun. That's a very cool system. Or like a very cool setting.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. You're gonna do like an alien stream?
We're gonna do a sequel to this one that's gonna be
like
Alien.
that. I like that a lot.
I was depending on how long that it took for us to get through the first part of this. If we got through it like super fast, I actually have characters prepped for y'all to have jumped into Alien today. But
Oh, that would have been cool.
I did actually prep for this session.
I really was like, oh, this is just a dumb whatever. And then it got so serious.
Yeah, I wanted to see what would happen if the people in the horror movie didn't know they were in a horror movie.
I love that. No, I love that. it's a tricky thing, right? I know we're live now, and I'm sure we can keep this in the VOD, but we could talk a little shop. I think it's a tricky thing, right? Because there's like a weird thing about consent and like people knowing and whatever. But I think I was thinking about this because I wanted to have like I'm wanting to like quote unquote pull a fast one on my players recently too. And it was like I think the thing is as long as well, the first thing is like trust, obviously, right? How long have you been playing? We've all been together for a while. And then as long as you're not like violating anything on the checklist, right? Like I think that's the due diligence.
Yeah.
I love that. That was good. Yeah, bravo. I'm not gonna lie, I should have suspected something because like that's weird. Like, why would Bastion do a silly stream? All right. I was like, you Bash like just moved, whatever, right? Like
Getting crazy, yeah.
Yeah, silly boy.
Next time when I actually do a silly stream, no one's gonna believe me. Everyone's gonna play it super serious. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna check every closet, I'm gonna check every locker. There's a monster in here somewhere.
Spend 20 minutes in every room.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
And it's gonna be like a high school slice of life. Like
I do now regret not starting a slap fight with Sansi.
Over the pills.
Yeah.
That would have been so slapstick.
I liked the yeah, I kind of did it with my stream where I told him like the whole thing is like getting to what's it call it to Warp Tour, and then they killed a guy in the first act. So, and I turned it into I know what you did last summer, essentially, kind of deal. But
oh my,
yeah, I think. See, I'm so glad you came on board, Bastion. There's a fellow sicko in the ranks. Laura can take care of all the slice of life, and what's it called?
We'll just be sick little freaks.
Good society, yeah. We got the rainbow spectrum.
Yeah.
And Courtney will just eternally play in our sick fuck games. I feel bad a little bit. I feel like you're always here for the like.
I'm a big horror movie fan. I fall asleep to hearing people get murdered on fantastical ways. I love this shit.
Good.
I love this shit.
Yeah.
Do I have a sensitive gag reflex? Yes, I do. But
I still love this shit.
I do so much. It's so good.
I did see. Who was that? Somebody recently shared. That wasn't in our server. I think that was somewhere else. I saw that there's like an Alien RPG book now too. And
it's really good. I've played it a few times.
I was thinking of picking it up. It looks good.
Well, so I've spoken a little bit about it. I want to do a little sci-fi one as well. So I was debating on Mothership or Alien because I kind of want a little bit, like I want a little bit more crunchiness to like character selection. And Mothership is phenomenal, but you're a little bit limited. But I think I can work my way around it. But Alien was the other option that I was going to go for as well. But I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just that cool.
I was thinking about the Star Wars one. I like doing I'm a sucker for a system I already know, and then two, I like the idea of more like space rock opera, right? Like just like a very cowboys in space kind of feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ugh.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Make sure to get in the Discord. Make sure to like if you're watching this on YouTube later. Subscribe.
That's two now series we have for live streams that will be continuing later on. Yeah, so last summer and Aliens. There's continuity here, y'all. Tune in, watch.
Building a shared universe.
Do what you can. Oh, that would be so fucking crazy.
The kids go to space.
I would hate myself for doing that. Crossing over kids in there is kids in space.
Yep.
I did see that.
All right.
Oh dear.
I love your faces. I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much, David and Courtney, for joining me. on another exciting adventure. And I can't wait to see y'all next time.